Yep. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and get tonight started. Thanks for tuning in. I know we're a little late this evening over normal streaming time, but we'll see how it goes. I had some stuff going on today around my normal time at 4, so I decided to just bump it up to 7 and go from there. But nevertheless, I don't think that I'm going to make it a weekly stream at this time. I want to get back to the normal 4 o'clock schedule. Hi Tick Overtime, how's it going, man? So we're just going to jump into it. I got a couple of different topics to talk about this week, and we'll see how it goes. Some new stuff around the base as well. You know, one of these times I'm going to log into the server, and I'm going to be just standing in a giant hole or something, and that's all that's going to be left. And I think at that point in time it'll be pretty funny. Hey, Darth Me Too, how's it going? But overall, yeah, I don't think anybody griefed the base this week. I've been through a couple of times. Still working on the drain. Yeah, I'm mentally prepared for the day I log in, and I haven't logged in 24 or 48 hours or whatever have you, and like all that's left is a giant hole in the ground. It's coming. It's coming. Whether it's today or tomorrow or next week, next year even, it'll eventually happen. So like, there's always going to be that like risk factor / shock of just logging in. Every time I click that button, you're just gonna be like, JJ's on the edge of his seat right there. We can see him right now. Like, he's having a minor panic attack on the stream. No, kidding. Anyway, so this week an announcement came out that has me pretty excited, and that is the World of Warcraft Classic announcement.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, I was a big fan of World of Warcraft back in the day.
I never got into it, but Para a couple months ago, or at least a year ago, he was like, "Yeah, you should play it." I played it. It was pretty fun.
Did you play the classic, or did you play like current expansion?
Current
okay.
expansion.
Current expansion, there are a couple of different problems that I have with it, and the biggest reason why, in my opinion, anyone ever played WoW was for the social aspect of it. Like, there was challenge to it, which was good, but on top of it being a challenging game, there was an aspect of community there that kept people coming back, which was something that is rare in video games. It's kind of one of the reasons why I like playing on 9B and on servers like it, is because they kind of build their own community. They're self-assembling, and people talk to each other, and they have, you know, like personal rivalries or whatever on the server, and people get to know each other and all sorts of other things. Apparently the fire has returned based on my complaints. Either that or it was under some weird renovations. But at any rate, the problems that I had with WoW Classic, well, when Blizzard started releasing expansions, eventually they got to the point where they had something called LFG, or Looking for Group. What that did is basically you had to press a button, or you could press a button, and end up in a random instance with other people from any server, not just your server. And so back in the day, if you wanted to do a raid with other people, you had to communicate with people over trade chat or whatever have you. And so it forced people to like have a guild and to communicate with other people in order to get objectives done in the game. And with LFG coming about, and LFR even worse, which was Looking for Raid, you could hop into a 20 or a 40-man raid with without ever having to talk to anybody and without ever having to be a decent person that other people wanted to play with. So there was no sanity checking there. You could get tasked up with anybody, and half the time these people didn't know how to play their character. They didn't know how to do it. Because, like, if you're on your own server or whatever have you, and everybody knows you don't know how to play your character, you're not getting invited to another raid. You need to learn your character first, and you need to actually be good at the game before you get invited. And that is something that was lost when LFG came about, because there was no mechanism for dealing with bad players. On top of that, nobody ever communicated, so literally you'd see people hop into a raid and try to steal all of the loot and all of the gear, and it made for...
And then just hop out.
Yeah, and it made for a bad playing experience. Oh, wow. Yeah, this changed a lot this week. Holy crap.
Oh, which part of the base?
The Dragon Tower. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
I'm pretty impressed with this, actually.
Like, I know the dragon, I believe, is schematic, but I'm pretty sure the tower is not. And it's...
I don't feel like the tower could be schematica. It's just too random looking. Yeah, there's no way this was schematica. This is pretty cool, though. I'm thoroughly impressed. LFG is also a pretty good webcomic. Yes. I've also played EverQuest, so part of me misses the keyed zones and the aspects of all of that too. Which is something that Classic WoW had that they got rid of in later expansions. But if you log on now, most people don't talk about things on the server anymore. It's like the entire realm I used to play on used to have like I think 10,000 or 15,000 people on it. So it'd have, 3,000 or 4,000 online at all times. And then you'd have your guild or whatever have you, and guilds would compete for loot and all sorts of stuff. And some guilds would work together for common goals or whatever have you. And a lot of that just disappeared. The whole progression scene kind of faded away. So I miss that. I miss the community that it spawned. I still talk to people that I played WoW with nearly a decade ago. I have friends from that time period that I wouldn't have had otherwise that I still have today, and it was a good way to meet people online. Like, you don't have that anymore. I mean, you have it like on places like 9B, but you don't have a mass exodus of 2,000 or 3,000 people in the same place who are all kind of, some of which are either working together or not working together, but so Jethro Chu said that he had a map art. The map art contest is already over. The date is already finalized. We've already picked the winner.
You
but
did not change your title.
Did I not change my title? It didn't update. It didn't update. Dang it, YouTube. It updated on Twitch. So I'm going to have to go grab that. Thank you for letting me know. Stupid thing. Infuriating. Why does YouTube do this to me? Okay. Let me go fix that. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, the map art contest is kind of already over, but that is to say I will still take a look at maps that you want to shoot my way. I am perfectly happy with looking at maps. I enjoy map art. It's one of the many things on 9B that are like my favorite activities, is getting and receiving map arts. Just because you never know what you're going to get. Somebody's going to turn this into a Rick Harris podcast. No? Okay. Anyway, So now that I've actually fixed the title of my stream, yeah, I'd love to take a look at your map art, and I will extend to you the same thing that I extended to everybody else, and that is you will still get an MOTD for that map art. Even though you didn't make it by the deadline, if you get it to me before the month is out, I'll make sure to get you an MOTD. Speaking of which, I think the first MOTD came in today, or yesterday. It was yesterday. And I need to install it. But when I do, it's going to be awesome. Huge things are coming. No. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Yes, Atomic Squid sent me a MOTD for huge players only. And I got kicked. Nice. I'm doing great things today. I'm not a huge player because I get kicked all the time. Only huge players can, well, stay logged in, apparently.
Yeah, you need a $20 premium to stay in.
Yeah, $20 premium 9B9T package on your ISP. Anyway, so I'm excited for WoW Classic. I may end up doing some streaming on there. I don't know if anybody else is interested in that or interested.
I'm interested, but you have to pay.
Yeah.
For Warcraft, so that kind of sucks. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that.
So an MOTD is one of the messages that when you go to log in, you get that as part of, like, it'll send you a random message before you log in. It'll say, like, 9B9T, and then this, actually, let me just show you. So these are MOTDs. They show up, and they're different every time you refresh the server or whatever have you. It's one of the random ones that gets added to the pool. So if you submitted a map art to me, you can pick the text that goes on one of those, and it will start randomly showing up.
So
yeah.
One day you could possibly get one that says "Shut the fuck up, cunt."
Yep.
There you go.
Basically, exactly. You can get one that says "JJ is a tool" too. Apparently, we have a basketball court too.
Oh yeah. I added the slabs on the ground because like you couldn't initially make the hoop with like an item, so like I added the slabs, so like there's a possibility you can get it in there, but it's actually still really hard. So like
you have to jump and then.
Oh wait, the slabs aren't there anymore. Someone removed the slabs. What? I have mirror.
I got it. I got one.
You got it without the slabs?
Yeah. You have to be like right up next to it.
I don't know. I think it's easier with.
I think it's easier without. And there we go. Got one in. Yeah.
Damn. I don't know. I can make it like. God damn it! I missed. Didn't make it.
I'm obviously a bigger player than you are. That's what this comes down to here.
Player. Shit.
Yeah, I'm obviously a bigger player in the height department. We've got even more nimble statues. All the nimble statues.
He's working on mine.
Slap him. Tell him he's a lazy bastard. That's not acceptable.
Like, look at my skin. It's like filled with gray blocks, and there's not many gray blocks in Minecraft. So like, I don't know.
Gray wool.
Gray wool, yeah, or like anything.
Dark gray and light gray wool. Problem solved. It'll burn.
One day I logged on and this tower was here, and I kind of thought they got rid of the basketball hoop section, but it was just like farther back. But yeah.
You there, bro?
Anyway, alright, so let's go ahead and, well, alright, so I'm going to embarrass myself here. I have never been into Pokemon. What Pokemon is this?
Yeah, I'm the same with
I
you.
had never been into Pokemon either. I don't know what that is either.
All right.
Someone Google it. Someone in the chat.
I feel like I want to say it's a Charmander, but I'm gonna be wrong. I know I'm gonna be wrong.
I think that is a Charmander.
That is a Charmander. I have succeeded in knowing enough Pokemon not to fail at life.
Fail life? No, I think you succeeded because you didn't even know what it was at first.
Well, I knew it was a Pokemon, and I wasn't sure if it was a Charmander, and I had to go look and confirm. Like, I don't want to call it something and then be wrong. God, the internet never let me live that one down. Like, PewDiePie would be making videos tomorrow. This pleb over on this Minecraft server thinks he knows what Pokemon are called. What a joke. Anyway, show me what you wanted to show me, Scandix. Come on, man. Speed this up.
Jesus, JJ. No patience.
Walking around like a grandmother.
Yeah, you already saw it.
You followed me all the way over here to see a sign. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna die. They're taking me out into the woods to murder me, guys. This is the end of 9B9T as we know it.
Good. I'll go play on 4B with the TP. TP.
How far out is this?
That's what we used to do. Without 9B, we would be playing 4B. Technically.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. 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 I need to get an Elytra. Then I can be a big player too.
I'll give you a shulker full.
I probably even have one in my shulker.
I don't have futures, so I can't Elytra fly. Impact, because I'm screwed.
One of these days I'm going to build my own client. When I get really bored.
Do it and give it to me, plus.
Ooh, did someone make a lag machine?
Destroy it, and then add signs that you can't break. Am I right?
Oh, they made a clock. Can't you make a clock anyway? Oh, it's a binary counter. Okay.
Oh, binary counter?
Yeah.
I'm finishing...
So does this, like, actually tell the current time? No, there's too few digits on a binary counter for this.
0 to 7 display, apparently.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. That's what he messaged me, at least.
0 to 7, huh? Oh, wow. This is a lot. There's a lot of redstone, man.
Is it schematic or no?
Doesn't look schematic.
Oh, I might...
I never implied that this was a lag machine. Well, I said it could be a lag machine, but...
No, I said this is where I'm gonna build you one.
So, it counts up to 7 and then resets? Or 8 and then resets? 0 through 8? Or 1 through 7? Ah, okay. So what you're saying is you have a faulty clock. Got it.
Faulty clock. Are you gonna expand it to, like, up to 12?
I find it interesting that the clock has, like, some level of signal degradation to where you could, like, see both numbers at the same time while it's processing. It's kind of neat. Also, 8 is broken. And 1 doesn't seem to work. Oh, right. It's supposed to be 0 and then 2, I guess? Does it skip over 1? I'm confused. Okay, so 6, and then here's 7, and then 0, and then there's no 1. Oh, there's 1. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it had skipped it previously. Maybe I'm just a retard. Either way. Now what you need to do is actually make this into a full clock. And then see how far off time is with it. It'll be terrible. It'll be like 13 hours behind in the first 24 hours. All I know is I have steak. Anyway. I'm always a fan of redstone contraptions.
Yeah, they're always cool if you can make them work.
Yeah, I just don't have the talent for it. Well, I don't have
I don't have the patience.
I don't have the patience to build it in Minecraft. Like, I've done soldering in real life, and that doesn't...
well, there you go.
That doesn't bother me as much as trying to build it in Minecraft, and I think it's just because of the fact that, like, in real life I'd sit down and draw out a circuit diagram before I ever even bothered to do anything. And in Minecraft, I won't do that. I'll just sit there and fiddle with the blocks. You are unmuted. You may have to push to talk. FI. And I got kicked again. See, as soon as I tab out, it's like, haha, yeah. No.
Got you, bitch.
Exactly.
JJ.
How's it going, man?
I'm good.
Is that all you wanted unmuted for, was to say, JJ, I'm good?
No,
Yeah.
I wanted to say, the MOTD. I was, yeah, about it.
Have you decided on what you want?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to have to PM me on
Please
Reddit, but you can
say
tell me it on the stream.
Cunt. Make it you're a cunt.
No.
I can have the server tell me I'm a cunt every day. I'll just keep refreshing it until it says it, yeah.
Must appear on screen before you can log in.
Yeah.
Anyway, what have you decided upon?
I decided, here's where the quote starts. I paid a Rainbow Dash for this.
Wow, what a waste.
I have nothing better.
Make it you're a cunt.
I'm still amazed no one has made the bottom half of that Rainbow Dash yet. Well, there are 2 possible bottoms I could foresee there, and both of them are not child-friendly in any capacity.
Yeah, don't even go down there, man.
Oh, I'll go down there. I'll break it out.
After the stream, though, am I right?
Yeah. I'm just surprised no one's made them yet. I'm waiting for it. It's gonna happen. No, but I was really happy with the turnout for the map art contest. I think I'll do another one in the future, and
Yeah, you can borrow cobblestone in the middle. Sorry, JJ. Go ahead.
But I think that the next time I go to do it, I'm going to up the rewards a little bit, and we'll make an event out of it of some sort. Maybe we'll do it for Christmas or New Year's or whatever.
JJ, have you met Gerald?
Gerald.
Our new villager.
Gerald. Alright.
Oh, is he a zombie villager? Is he...
Lord.
Is he stuffed down in the brig, so to speak?
Come behind the stairs.
Yeah. Brig, air quotes. Yes, this is Gerald. I have met Gerald. Gerald and I are good friends. We had a long chat.
What the hell?
He said, and I, yeah, see? And then I responded with, yes, I see. And that was basically the extent of our chat. How many more of those guys are we going to get?
I need one more to start a villager farm.
So you're going to go put on a boat, and then you're going to travel like 5,000 blocks to get it here, right? Just like what Para did to bring the first mushroom from a mushroom island to the original 100k base.
R.I.P. Para, please come back to us, baby.
We do miss Para.
I'm just gonna find another zombie village and wait for it to spawn.
I'm not surprised there are 3 villages nearby. Villages are easier to find than mushroom farms or biomes, whatever you want to call it.
This was supposed to be done by October.
What is this?
It's just some like spooky forest.
Isn't
like,
it a
you can
little
go
late?
down under this tree. Yeah, it's a little late, but I mean,
Better
it's
late
still
than
an
never.
addition because this area would probably still be nothing, to be honest. And then there's like an angel statue up there. There's a little hut that I built.
Good stuff. Sacrifice your love.
I wanted really something edgy there, so I was like, yeah, it's good enough.
Are we picking up 70s pop band music?
Sure. Should turn on for the stream.
No. No, I will not subjugate my viewers to,
God damn it. Oh,
to
you're not
that.
subjugating. You're actually like... you're not
I
subjugating.
suppose it's probably a improvement over listening to me rant for 45 minutes.
Oh, no, that's not an improvement. Then...
Anything is better than watching me. Like, people go on my YouTube channel and like immediately hit mute and then go onto another YouTube video just so that the video gets credit. It's true. The wheat farm is basically 100% wheatified. There are a few that haven't grown yet, but it'll get there. And then what is this? This is new too.
Where...
It's...
oh, geez.
It looks like a Roman Colosseum monument of some sort.
Imitable, go find JJ. Oh, okay, I think we found where you are. Oh, this is new. This is
Yeah,
cool.
this is just poof. It's here. It exists. This is also new.
Can we get inside? I don't think we can. I haven't seen an opening. It looks like
We
it's
have
supposed
a remembrance memorial over here for each of the holidays we're gonna do. Apparently,
apparently. I can't wait for Christmas. I can't wait.
I'm just gonna have to put myself on a statue right here, in remembrance of Wired Tombstone.
I bet you someone's gonna make this giant ass tree. Someone's gonna do it.
Possibly. This is a lot of wheat. This is not the Valley of Wheat, though. We need more for the Valley of Wheat. Are we
Better
gonna
luck
make?
next time?
Well, I mean, we can still add on to it. There's nothing that says we can't.
Yeah.
In fact, let's just surround this entire building with nothing but wheat on all sides. Sounds like a good plan to me. Just like everywhere, all through here, all the way down and around. Just like the building's in the middle for no reason. People are like, why is that there? I don't know. Because we felt like it. And then more projects over here. This has been a work in progress for a while. Those go to ceiling height. Don't they? Yep. So, I can tell I've played Don't Starve for way too long. Because this pig over here, for a second there, on the other side, looked like Chester's little bone. I was like, yay, I found Chester! Wait, this is the wrong game. This is not the game you think it is. Man, I played that game way too fucking much.
Do you have like 3,000 hours or something?
Yeah, it's obscene. Let me go look real quick and see how many hours I have in that. I haven't played it in a while, so the hour count really hasn't been going up, but...
Really?
3,792 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good.
To be fair, I think some of that was like me hitting escape and pausing the game and like going in and going to sleep at some points, but I know that some of the game was definitely legit. By some, I mean a lot of it. Like,
Hey, so JJ.
maybe there's 500 hours of bullshit where I wasn't actually playing the game there, but still over 3,000. What were you gonna ask?
Should I get a 1060 or a 1070?
1070?
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, like, provided you can afford both, 1070.
I mean, I can afford a 1070. It's just I need a new power supply as well, so I need to save up just a little bit.
Like, I have a 970, so like the difference in between a 950 and a 970, because I've had both, was probably about 30% or so. FPS wise and like just general usability. By the way, this is new too. This wasn't here before. What is with all of the new stuff? It's just appearing everywhere.
Go fly to JJ.
Also, the giant Game Boy is new too.
Oh yeah, okay, then I know you are. Yeah, I actually really like the Game Boy.
Hey, it's not done
Game
yet,
Boy
but
Color, whatever the hell.
what you need to do is electrify it and make it run through Super Mario blocks over and over again.
Jesus.
Like build some pattern into it to where, you know, like Mario like blinks onto the screen and off the screen or something. I don't know. Something obscene. Something that requires a lot of work. I have vision
Something
for this.
that requires JJ to disable his redstone plugin.
I actually don't have that enabled at the moment, or at least last I checked it wasn't.
Alright, everyone get on it.
I have another one that will, when the TPS drops, it will stop redstone temporarily, but it'll kick back off again as soon as the TPS returns, so. The goal with the plugin I have at the moment is not to stop Hey, a spider. Man, I've got to sound like an ADHD child every time I play this game. Hey guys, it's Wired Tombstone. Hi, there's a spider.
Is the factory even done yet? No, I don't even think
No, the factory's sad and empty.
Yeah, I think he could have made it a little bit smaller. A little bit.
No. Need to be bigger.
I know, but what is he gonna put in it?
It's gonna be a Plumbus factory.
Alright, yeah, I'll agree with that. Let's make Plumbuses.
Everybody needs Plumbus.
Actually, Greed told me it's gonna be a meme factory because that's the meme base meme factory.
Can it be? Can like
Oh, God,
we make a joke with that? Like have it print out memes or whatever, and then the memes are squeezed for their meme juice for the Plumbuses.
Hell yeah.
I'm thinking that's what we gotta do. The memes will be squeezed for their meme juice. Meme juice is similar to big player juice, only weirder.
Have they explained in the show what a plumbus technically is?
No. They've explained like how it's made, and they've shown like shots of people doing things with plumbuses, but they've never actually explained, as far as I'm aware, what a plumbus
like, you
is.
squeeze like the little spike things on the back, and the thing like comes up. So
Yeah.
I think it's like something like, you know, something you shouldn't say on stream, maybe. You get banned, man.
Well, like on the show they said everybody has one. They said it was more ubiquitous than toilet paper. Like, what is more ubiquitous than toilet paper that everybody needs?
I don't know.
Memes. It's a meme generator. It's what you pull on the plumbus and it generates a meme for you.
I still don't understand what this thing over here is. It's like a little stone thing.
No one does.
Someone said someone's arena.
It's like Stonehenge 2.0. We got it right this time, guys. Ugh, man, I'm tired today.
I am too. I need to go drink some pop.
Give me my MOTD.
Chill,
Give
dude,
it.
you wanna-
Submit it to me on Reddit. You'll ask and you shall receive. I'll put them both in tonight.
I shall. Thank you.
All right, I have some other topics I'm gonna ramble through this evening quickly before I hop off. So EA,
How long will the stream be?
well, probably about an hour or so, but yeah, 45 minutes to an hour. That's usually where I like to end up. Gives me enough content to be able to edit out like 15 or 20 minutes worth, and that way I can have about a 30-minute stream. That, you know, for the video.
Mm-hmm.
That is my ideal goal, is to have about a 30-minute stream. But EA is purchasing yet another video game studio called Respawn Entertainment.
Heard of them.
Yeah,
What
I have.
What have they done?
I think it's the studio who like built Titanfall. I'm not sure. I've heard of them, but
really?
yeah. So EA is buying them out, and that's just after they closed another one of their studios, which was Visceral Games, this like 2 weeks ago. Like, EA, what are you doing? You're perpetuating your own meme here. Buy company, kill company, buy company, kill company. And then blame it on changing market conditions. EA just is the definition of a bad game studio. Like, if I had built an amazing game, like let's say I built Minecraft or whatever, and EA came up to me and was like, yeah, we'll offer you all the money you could ever think of for your game studio, I'd be like, I think I'm gonna have a seizure. Like, the choice in between killing what I love for a profit and giving it to EA is just terrible. What's funny though is that
I'd rather have Microsoft buy Minecraft.
no, I wouldn't have sold it to either, really. I don't know. Like, I could see selling Minecraft to Microsoft, but I'd want to like detail out the things that they couldn't do with the game, and I guess I'd have to have a lawyer look it over. It'd be like a long list of things that they couldn't do to the game. Be like,
Oh, what would that be?
well, for one, you can't add stupid frickin' animals that have no purpose.
Please don't add new textures to the cobblestone.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Honestly, I feel like some sort of a veto option for things being like, in order for you to make any substantial changes to the game, you have to go ask the existing player base what they think, and if the existing player base doesn't agree with your changes, then no. Like, you can have the IP and you can build a second version of the game or whatever without that if you want, but the original can't be modified without the people who've already bought in's permission, basically. Something like that. Of course, probably would have made the game worth a lot less than $2 billion, which I think is just obscene for Minecraft. I do. Like, even as awesome as the video game is, I think that price was just ridiculous.
Like, too high?
Oh yeah, way too high. It's a block building game. Come on.
I mean, a lot of people bought it.
Yeah, I get that. I guess $2 billion to me just sounds like an obscene amount of money for something.
Do you think they've gained all their money back from Minecraft or not?
No, not yet. I don't think they have. I mean, eventually they will. Like, they're going to be selling T-shirts for it and copies of the game for the next decade or more. Like, even still, they're selling, what, 20, 30,000 copies of the game a week? Like,
Really?
like right now. Yeah. So
I missed the counter that they had on the website. They used to have like a counter of how many people bought the game like every second.
yeah, they do have a total sales, don't they? Still.
Pretty sure, maybe.
Yeah, I think that Minecraft is fairly ubiquitous. I know that like I've already bought my nephew and stuff copies of the game, so I know like yeah, why did I buy a 7-year-old a copy of Minecraft? Because it's honestly a good game. I've had a lot of enjoyment out of it, and I think I've said this many times, but I paid $5 for this game. The last time I spent $5 and got this level of enjoyment out of it, people died. So.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. But all right, but a moment of silence for all of those of you who liked the game Titanfall and wanted a sequel that was actually decent, and a moment of silence for all the companies, to include like Maxis, who were bought out by EA. It's just so sad.
One of my friends are gonna be pissed. He loves that game. So,
I am still really mad at EA for killing Maxis.
Maxis?
Yeah, Maxis. Maxis was the game behind SimCity, SimAnt, Sim Universe, Sim Life, Sim, you name it. Like they've got, they built hundreds of different games. It would, all of their stuff was really good. They had like SimCity, you know, like dozens of versions of SimCity at this point. But when EA took it over, SimCity 4 was decent. I'm not gonna lie. EA had their hands in that one quite a bit. But I feel like that Maxis was already working on that before EA took over. So like EA wasn't gonna just dump it out into the cold. Was worth, you know, selling for them. Anyway, so but the latest SimCity was total trash. I bought it thinking maybe it wasn't going to be awful, and I pulled a charge back on my card the day it came out. It was god awful.
R.I.P. When do you think EA will ever shut down? Like, how are they even still up?
Yeah, Minecart, you're unmuted. You just gotta hit unmute on your side. I do not buy any products from EA. I sincerely hope they go out of business. And I encourage everybody else to do the same.
Leave the company.
Yeah. Like, if you work there, go cry into a box and find somewhere else to work. Their company is terrible.
Didn't EA try to buy Steam or something?
Yeah, and thankfully Valve said screw off.
Yeah, they were like,
Nah,
thanks,
nah, we're good. I mean, having digital control over almost every game company seems like a high price. Maybe that's just me. Steam came out at just the right time to pull that off.
If EA did get Steam, what do you think they would have done with it?
I think they would have ruined it, and we would be on a different platform that isn't Steam.
It would be something different.
Yeah, yeah. Someone else would have come along and built something like what Steam is today, and EA would have sold off Steam or closed off Steam by this point. like EA is notorious for destroying companies, and so hey, Alex the Third. I don't think they do it for fun. Nice Stargate reference. Java Cree.
It should be called Cloud.
I don't think that EA tries to ruin companies. I think that they're...
Okay, I got it to work.
Hey, how's it going, Minecart?
I bought SimCity 5 when it came out. I thought it was amazing until I saw City Skylines, and I was like, this game is shit.
Well, did you play SimCity 4?
I would have been 7, and I wasn't allowed to buy anything, so
Okay.
no.
Well, I mean, at one point it was like $1 on Humble Bundle. So,
I
like,
didn't join Steam until 2012.
okay. SimCity 4 was fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard.
I think that it was better than City Skylines. To be honest with you.
City Skylines is very good, though.
It is. They have a couple of expansions now, don't they?
Quite a few.
Yeah, I haven't downloaded all of them, but from my understanding, the game has only gotten better as it's gone on. So, I sincerely wish them the best of luck.
Apparently Green Cities is the best one so far.
I hope that they keep making more games. That is my wish. They are good at ensuring that their product is quality, which I really like, and they've gone out of their way to like fix problems with the game. What?
Paradox coming to the rescue.
Yeah. Hopefully they take over Maxis's shoes, and I'm really sad that EA killed off Maxis. They were a good company before EA came along. Like if Maxis was, so I'm showing my age here, but if Maxis was putting out a video game, I just bought it. Like there was no question. They ran the entire Sim franchise, so like The Sims was originally a Maxis game, as was all of the SimCities, Sim Life, Sim Ant. Oh, I would kill for a Sim Ant redo. I know that sounds stupid, but I spent a lot of hours playing Sim Ant as a kid.
You could just find one on the internet.
No, you'd be surprised. Like, nobody's done a good redo of Sim Ant. A lot of work and a lot of effort went into that game. Have you ever played?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I can't even remember I think it was like Sim 3 or something for the Game Boy that I had. Owned by EA at the time. But...
So, Sim Ant was where you were a single ant in an ant colony. And so you could become any other ant, basically take over that ant. But you could only administrate one ant at a time, right? And so you would run around and collect food and do all the things and tunnel out and tell other ants what to do and whatnot. And then you would go ahead and get other ants ready to go to another colony, start another colony. And basically your goal was to drive the humans out of a house by taking over everything, and they put down poison, and you'd have to go foraging for food, and some of your colonies would like get disease or whatever, and you have to fix it before it spread, or like quarantine that colony if you couldn't fix it. Yeah, it was an in-depth game for the time. I mean, we're talking 1993, 1994 graphics here. Like, let's see, Sim Ant release date.
Does it look like OpenTTD or?
Little bit worse graphics than that. 1991 was when it was released.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The graphics weren't fantastic. It was basically a fully 2D game, though they had a few 3D features or whatever have you. They worked around their, so like you could one of the neat things is you could gather together a group of ants under your control, like say 50 or 60 of them, right? And go to war with another colony. Go attack another colony. Or if you're running low on food, you could go run around and kill insects like caterpillars and spiders or whatever have you as as a group. So, like, you'd have to command an army of ants to kill a to kill something for food. So, like, with the caterpillars, you'd, like, stand in front of the caterpillar and then command other ants to just, like, block it in. And then fill in all the gaps, and then it would die and turn into food. I don't know. For its time, this 1991, this was an amazing game. Like, 1991, there was nothing like this on the market game-wise that I can think of for the what I'll call the Sim/Tycoon series. So, like, this is the first game that I ever thought of when it came to, like, control your own destiny type of games. I did play Sim Tower. I enjoyed Sim Tower. It wasn't one of their best games, but it was definitely enjoyable. But I miss games like this, and I wish that they would make a resurgence. I remember, like, when Roller Coaster Tycoon came out, I played that game so much that the disc is now unreadable. Just because it has so many scratches on it from so much in and out of the drive bay. And I take care of my discs.
Okay, so yeah, it's Sims 2. What I have for the Game Boy. That game?
Okay.
Amazing.
Was that by Maxis? Or...
Yeah, it's by EA.
Okay. So, the Maxis, after they got taken over by EA, put out, like, 3 or 4 other good games that I'm aware of after EA took them over. But I think that's because they were already a work in progress. Like, the studio was already coding those and already had a direction, and most of the game was done. They were just, like, fixing things and adding levels and stuff at that point. And I think that's why those games turned out as good as they did. As soon as EA started cranking out crap on their own, or sequels to those games, everything that they produced just went to crap. And it was really sad. And I miss games like that. Sim Ant, Sim Tower, Sim Life was even fun. It was interesting at the very least, if nothing else.
Sims 2 came out in 2005, so...
Yeah, basically anything after about 2010 is crap for me.
I can't believe that's been that long.
You can't believe what?
It's been that long.
Yeah. So, Sim Ant is a game that I... Like, the quality and number of features built into that game is something I would expect in a modern title. Like, literally, you could update the graphics on this game, and I would pay $10 for it today. It's just that level of impressive for me. So,
JJ, you should make one then.
It would take me forever, man. I'm a programmer, and this would take me 2 years to build one.
Still, though, there's probably people that want it.
I won't disagree that there are probably people that want it, but, like, I couldn't advertise it as Sim Ant. I'm sure I'd get sued to death by EA. Ant Simulator, just flip it around. Flip the name around. I'd still be at it for, like, 2 years.
10 out of 10 perfect.
That's
basically China logic.
Yeah, so I could build a game like this with a team in probably like 3-4 months. So, like, maybe eventually I have other projects I'm working on, and some of them are starting to make money. And hopefully when some of those do make money, I'll have money to spend on hiring more developers, and we could crank something like a new Sim Ant out in a couple of months. So.
Ooh, what did you start making money off of?
I'm not going to talk about it on stream because I don't want anybody to, or at all really, because I don't want anybody to find it and then, like...
Alright, just tell me after stream then, JJ. Thanks for hooking me up.
It wouldn't be of any interest to any of you guys. It's a productivity tool. It, like, has no... It's not in the video gaming realm. Probably.
Well, I'm pretty sure you've talked to me about it, but I'm not sure.
I've probably talked about it, but I haven't told anyone its name or what it, like anything about it other than like reasonable features or whatever that I want to include. But
Okay, well, just tell me. I'm interested. So suck me up.
yeah, I'm excited. And then my day job is expanding their services yet again. So, but
You guys want to play basketball?
yeah, we'll play basketball in Minecraft.
Alright.
2v2.
This cobblestone right here is the ball. So I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, Greed's gonna be on my team. Alright, I'm gonna pass the ball to him. Get it? Before someone picks it up.
I don't have it. I don't have the ball.
Who has it?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, just make it into a hoop, Greed. You fucking shit.
Which one's the right hoop?
I don't know. Land Badger picked it up, but he has a stack of cobble in his thing. Okay, so everyone gets a ball now.
I don't have a ball. Where's my ball?
We need a new ball. Everyone gets a ball.
You get a ball, and you get a ball, and everybody keeps taking my ball. I have the most popular ball. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. I think I just made it. I think we both just made it.
Yeah.
This hoop. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Don't make me hit you.
That makes it every time.
What was that for?
There's water on the cart. Ah!
Kill him. Get the ball from him. He has the ball.
Someone broke apart the court. This isn't physically possible.
It's Minecraft. Nothing makes logical sense. Alright, well, I think that's gonna end the stream for tonight.
R.I.P.
Yeah, well, R.I.P. Maxis. R.I.P. all of the old games. They will be much missed. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe when I do throw this thing out there. And share it with everybody you know on Facebook. That way they can ask other people about your sanity. Especially your parents.
Share it with your dog. Your dog watch it. Feed your dog some chocolate. What?
Something like that. Disclaimer: this channel does not. I can't say. I can't say it fast enough to make it happen. Just star disclaimer asterisk whatever. This channel does not support animal abuse or animal abuse in any format.
Jesus. Alright.
Before I get banned from YouTube. Anyway.
Using dogs.
Apparently. Alright, thanks guys. Have a good one. Bye.